Aarav had always ignored the little things, the cracks in the walls, the fading furniture. But tonight, he saw what he had never truly noticed before. His mother, asleep at the table, exhausted. Bills scattered beside her. She had given up so much for him, yet he was wasting his time. He tried to focus, flipping through the pages, but his mind kept drifting. The weight of everything he had ignored, his mother's sacrifices, the time he had wasted, pressed down on him. And then, out of the corner of his eye, he noticed something outside. Why was this man still working so late? It was long past the time most people would have called it a day. Yet, there he was, laying brick after brick with the same patience and focus. Aarav watched for a moment, curiosity stirring within him. He couldn't ignore the question forming in his mind. So, he decided to find out. Aarav approached the worker slowly, uncertainty lingering in his steps. He hesitated for a moment, then finally asked, "Uncle, why are you still working so late?" The worker paused, a gentle smile on his face. Without rushing, he placed another brick, steady and precise. Then he simply said, "Because a strong wall isn't built in a day. It takes time, patience, and effort, one brick at a time." Aarav nodded, but the words didn't fully sink in. He turned back toward his house, his mind still turning, the worker's voice lingering in his thoughts. Aarav sat back down at his desk, but he couldn't shake the conversation. The worker's words echoed in his mind, soft but persistent, one brick at a time. He glanced at his open book, then at the unfinished notes scattered across the table. For the first time, he saw his studies in a different light. It wasn't about cramming everything at once, it was about steady, consistent effort, just like laying bricks. He had spent so much time waiting for the perfect moment, the sudden spark, the easy way out. But that moment never came, because the truth was simple. Success wasn't about big leaps or shortcuts. It was about the small things, the daily effort, the little wins, the steps no one sees, the ones that add up over time. For the first time in a long time, Aarav made a decision. No more shortcuts, no more wasting time. He was ready to give it his all. But the real test had just begun. Just as he was getting into the rhythm, his phone buzzed. A message from his friends. "Bro, stop studying. One night won't change anything." He hesitated, his finger hovering over the screen. But then he saw it, the worker in his mind, placing another brick, steady and patient. The day had finally come. Aarav walked into the exam hall, calm, prepared, no panic, no regrets. He had done the work. He took his seat, exhaled. The clock ticked, papers shuffled. With steady hands, he picked up his pen and began. Weeks passed, and then the results were in. Aarav stared at his laptop screen, his heart pounding, and there it was, proof of his effort. As he sat back, his eyes wandered to the window. The construction site finished, the worker gone. But his words? They stayed. Aarav took a deep breath, a small smile forming. Now he truly understood. Success isn't about speed. It's about patience, discipline, and showing up every day. One step at a time, that's how you build something unshakable. So if you're preparing for your exams, remember this. Stay consistent, stay focused, and trust the process. Your hard work will pay off.